On today's First Time Buyer channel, we're going to talk about the top mistakes first-time buyers make when buying a home. Hi, Enrique here with First West Financial, and this is the First Time Buyer channel. This is a channel that is dedicated for those that are looking to purchase their first home. So we talk about all kinds of things that are related to first-time buyers. We talk about credit, we talk about real estate, we talk about taxes, we talk about do's and don'ts. Today, we're going to talk about some of the top mistakes first-time buyers make, and they're very common and they're very easy to make mistakes. So we want to kind of break them down. I actually have 4 for you. The first mistake that first-time buyers make is this. They start looking around and they start looking at homes without being pre-qualified. Big mistake. They start going into open houses, they start talking to realtors, they start making phone calls, they start looking online on Zillow, whatever some of the other websites are. The reality is you cannot do that until you have been pre-qualified by a lender. A lender is going to look at your credit. A lender is going to look at your income, at your assets, and make a determination. So that way you can find out how much you can afford, how much of a house you can purchase, what kind of programs you qualify for, what kind of payment you're going to have, and what kind of everything, what kind of taxes, what kind of insurance you're going to need. Mortgage brokers are a great wealth of resource of information for first-time buyers. I love talking to first-time buyers because I get to educate them, I get to help them, I get to put them in the right direction as to what is it that they need to do when they're purchasing a home. So the first mistake people make is they do not get pre-qualified. Now, how do you get pre-qualified? Well, first of all, don't go online and pick someone. Go to findamortgagebroker.com and then start there. Now, if you're here in California, you want to call me. You call me at 760-488-6482. I'll give you a pre-qualification. I can do loans all over California. But if you're not in California, you're in a different state, go to findamortgagebroker.com. You don't want to go to your bank. You don't want to go to the credit union. You don't want to go online. You want to go find someone who is an independent mortgage broker that is going to give you the best possible deal. Brokers are better. That's a fact. So findamortgagebroker.com, that's where you start. That mortgage broker is going to give you a qualification that is actually going to mean something. Not only that, but they're also going to educate you and explain things to you. If you don't have a lot of down payment, you need to tell them that so they can put you in the right program. If you're a veteran, if you're going to be buying in an area that is USDA approved, there's a lot of variables, you know. There's down payment assistance program. There's conventional with 3% down, with 5% down. So a mortgage broker is going to help you. I'm going to help you if you're in California. Mistake number 1. Mistake number 2. All right, hopping from agent to agent. That's another mistake I see. People start calling the agent on every house they see. They're driving down the street, they see a house they like, they call the agent that's on the sign. Then they get home, they go online, they see another house they like, they call that agent. What ends up happening is these agents, for the most part, are not going to give you the time of day because they know you're shopping around for agents. You need to find an agent that specializes in working with buyers. Once you find an agent that is reputable, that has good reviews, that has the time to be able to walk you through the process of buying your first home, that's the agent that is going to help you buy any home you want. Even if it's not his house, his listing, he can help you. Now, if you don't have one, your mortgage broker may be a great source of referrals for an agent. So, for example, if you call me and you don't have an agent, once I have you qualified, I will connect you with someone that I know speaks your language in terms of being new, understands first-time buyers, understand the process of buying your first home. So that's very, very important, is finding the right agent. Don't hop around from agent to agent. Now, if you're working with an agent and you don't like him for whatever reason, maybe you're not gelling, maybe you're not liking each other, maybe there's no love there, no chemistry, it's okay. You know, tell them, I say, listen, I'm going to move on, find another one. But don't hop around from one agent to the next. It doesn't help you. Agents don't like it. You're not going to have any loyalty from the agent. So find the right person. That's mistake number 2. Stop hopping around. Number 3, do not take credit repair into your own hands. I talk to people all the time. They call me and says, hey, Enrique, I'm interested in getting qualified. I say, great, let's get started. He goes, no. I'm working on my credit. I got to pay some things off. I got to dispute some charges and then I'll call you. Wrong. It's like saying, I'm not feeling well, I'm going to go to the doctor. But before I go to the doctor, maybe I'll take some medicine and I try to cure myself and then I'll go to the doctor. It doesn't work that way. You want to be able to go to a professional that is going to tell you what's going on with your credit, what needs to be fixed, what needs to be removed, what needs to happen with your credit. Chances are, if you do something with your credit, chances are you're actually going to make it worse than better. People think that if they pay off a collection, credit's going to get better. Credit's going to get worse. People think, oh, I'll just close all these accounts that I don't use. Credit's going to drop. Or people say, oh, I'll just dispute all these things. Well, we're going to have to undispute them later. So don't do anything with your credit until you talk to a mortgage professional. Talk to a mortgage broker. We're going to run your credit. We're going to run a simulator. We're going to tell you what to fix. We're going to tell you what to do. So that's mistake number 3 is people take credit into their own hands. Now, there are some cases where it's really, really tough to get credit fixed. So it's not something that I'm going to be able to give you a pointer. In many cases, I'll be able to tell people, okay, pay this down a little bit. The simulator tells me. But sometimes I see some really tough cases, but they're not impossible. I have a company that I'm affiliated with in terms of knowledge, and it is Sam Parker, my credit guy. Now, we don't receive any endorsement from them in terms of money, no remuneration. What we do is we recommend them because they do a phenomenal job at helping people get their credit back online. Sam Parker, my credit guy. If you need a referral to Sam Parker, my credit guy, comment below or let us know. We're going to put a link right here on the channel so you can connect with them and get your credit repaired. But before you do that, talk to your mortgage guy. If you really need help, the mortgage guy will tell you. You don't know how many people I talk to that say, I have terrible credit. And then when I look at it, I said, okay, pay this down, $20, pay this off to $0. And with $300, their credit goes from 610 to 690 and they can get into a house. So talk to your mortgage broker. So that's mistake number 3 is taking credit into your own hands. And then the last mistake that people do is going into all this website, internet things, and they start doing all these different things online because they're afraid to talk to someone because they don't want to be sold. Talk to a lot of people that says, I don't want to talk to a realtor. I don't want to talk to a lender. I want to just go online. I want to look at houses on Zillow. I want to look at houses on Redfin. I want to look at houses on Trulia. I'm going to go to moneymoney.com or whatever thing. If you're a first-time buyer, that's like the worst thing you can do. You need to talk to a professional. You need to talk to a realtor. You need to talk to a mortgage broker that is going to walk you through the process. Stop clicking around and doing things. It's not going to get you anywhere. You're not going to be educated about what is best for you. You're going to end up doing things that maybe you'll regret, and then you're going to start getting spam every 10 minutes from all these internet companies. So find a referral, find a reputable local realtor and a reputable local mortgage broker. We can help you with that. Even if it's not in California, just reach out to us. We'll tell you who to call. We'll tell you who to connect with, and you're going to do great. Again, we hope that you take these 4 items that I gave you. Get pre-qualified. Don't take credit into your own hands. Don't hop around from realtor to realtor, and stay away from the internet when it comes to buying real estate. You're going to be fine. You can always reach us at 760-488-6482. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can get updates on anything new. And if you have friends or family that are interested in buying a house or are starting to explore the opportunity to become homeowners, tell them about the First Time Buyer channel. Tell them to go check out all the videos. It's very informative. I have nothing to sell. I just want to give you information. We're here to help you. I hope you have a great day. Enrique with First West Financial. Talk to you soon.